Peace, family. It's good. Another day, another opportunity. So, this is my first day on this channel, which is the daily updates. Clive Morrison, the Black Businessman. On this channel, I'm just talking about it's my end of the day. Not even promoting it. Not even having no links to it. There's nothing. If you want to go see all the strategies, tactics, everything, of course, you can go check out the Black Businessman. This is just me as I'm growing the business. I didn't know if both were compatible, so just didn't want to change the algorithm, but this is just my raw thoughts. I talk about a lot of things on here and just have discussions. I might pull up on somebody. This channel is, anyway, this channel is not to grow. I'm just freestyle. I'm not even here to cut anything out or nothing. Like, this is just literally me talking about business, my ideas in business, what I'm going through, my daily updates. If I feel like filming something, if I see something, because there's a lot of things that I've seen that I want to film, that I want to do. I got a lot of ideas, thoughts, conversations that I want to have with people, and I just want to pull up and just have those conversations or just dump my thoughts out. And that's why I got this channel, right? So anyways, starting out with today, first the backstory. Of course, I'm going to give the backstory through this journey, but the number one thing right now is that I built a business. It does multiple six figures. I have another business that's about six figures. And but still, it's still hard out here, bro. I got a mortgage, I got a couple cars, financially you're like, oh, you start buying bigger things. So if I always tell myself the number one thing is that make sure that you're financially responsible. We're looking for financial stability. Of course, in the program where we're talking about financial stability is the first thing, not financial freedom, financial stability. And because a lot of entrepreneurs don't have financial stability, right? They talk financial freedom because that's that most employees have financial stability, right? Well, I'm not saying most, but a lot of financial employees, they have financial stability because they save up their time, they get a check every week, but entrepreneurs are like risking everything. So I'm like, yo, how do we get the finance? Anyways, that's a whole nother story. Today, I'm just doing my end of the day updates, right? And my end of the day update, today is the first day that I'm doing it, like here. And it was crazy. So first, had a big thing with one of the virtual assistants that work with one of the companies, and this is why delegation is so important, because I took it upon myself. And as we're separating, because I'm removing myself from from some of the companies that I'm working with. When I say that, I'm saying from the day-to-day operations, from what I'm working with. And today was a day where I was very frustrated, and we ended up parting ways, and without listening, because I was like, all right, I want it my way. I'm going to dictate it my way. And I was like, I could have handled this better. I could have thought about this better. I could have resolved the situation better. But, that's the part of growing as a leader. That's the other thing that I always think about, because the more I understand leadership, the more I understand that, though, a lot of this is on me. Even when the person is not good, it's like, yo, you brought that person in, you saw the signs. They did things that I should have been like confronted and let go a long time ago. And so a lot of times I realized that people will say, you should have did this, or you act like this. And I'm like, in different times, in different situations, you act in different ways, right? So you could be a great leader in this situation, and you could have been a terrible leader in this situation, right? And what I'm aiming for is to be a better leader in more situations than being a bad leader. And because I know there's gonna be times when I may raise my voice, I may get frustrated, I may get angry, but I want to limit those to very, very limited times. And I want to be a great leader in most of the times, right? But that comes through practice, habitual practice, getting better, making sure that and taking every situation that they come and being very patient in it. That was one of the things. The other thing was that I had a lot of clients that boost me up at the end of the day, though, right? So they was like, yeah, you're doing amazing work, and we so happy to have you. And I'm like, man, that's great. That pushes me to be better, because I take this responsibility of being a great coach and being a great implementer, being a strategic business partner. I take this thing very, very seriously, right? This is my craft. This is what I do every day. And this is what I study every day. People who know me, I'm not even a music guy. I'm not even a TV guy. I am just, hey, how can I learn something, put in the work, implement, execute, and then go back, right? So that is my main thing. But just was thinking about that, and So where are we at now? I need to start with where we at now. This is probably the longest video I have, right? Because most of the end of the day reports is going to be end of the day. Where I'm at right now is Q3 for 2025, day 8. I'm on my workout. If you follow me on Instagram, the Black Businessman _ if you follow me on Instagram, then you'll see that I'm working out every day. My goal is 90 days straight to the end of this, right? To get myself fully back in shape. I believe in the athlete, in being a business athlete, being in a top physical condition. So I'm saying I gotta represent that. I gotta get back to that, right? That's one of my goals. To make sure double down on my cleaning business, right? To get that back into place, right? Double revenue in the cleaning business. To build up the Black Businessman. That is that's one of my number one goals. Of course, I say these are my number one goals. The Black Businessman is my number one goal, right? That's my number one goal. Every business has its own goals, and I am a contributor to those goals, right? Because they're their own separate entity. Black Businessman, that's my baby. That's what I'm like, yo, this is my passion. This is my impact. This is my legacy. The other businesses, of course, they impact the legacy, but they're their own entity. You see what I'm saying? They run self-sufficiently, and that's where I'm going to get all of them to. I will always be the business coach, strategic partner, consultant, whatever you want to call it, for the Black Businessman, right? That is always going to be my thing. That's like a 30-year, 40-year journey for me, where I'm dedicated to Black men becoming better leaders, living by conduct, living by code myself, and on that journey. So I'm just documenting my journey and talking about it. So if you're on this page and you enjoy it, ask me any questions, hit me up. This is because on the other channel, yeah, I'm gonna answer questions and all that, but they're all, like I said, everything is gonna be very strategic. Hey, this is how you do A, B, C, and D. This is what's going on. This is how we do things. Yeah, there'll be some stories. I'll be telling some stories as I go through it. But this right here is nothing but me, just raw and unfiltered. So that is it, right? All right. So I hope that, I don't know if this first day was amazing, excellent, good, bad, but it's the first of many, right? And I'll get better every day, all right? Y'all stay focused, stay blessed. Peace.